the Emperor's will? If we fight and die. What is death? Death. What is it that gives us purpose? What is it that gives the war purpose? Vanquish the foes of Himmler. The heretic! The alien! The mutant! The heretic! The alien! The mutant! What is it to be an enemy of the Emperor? To be dead. What is it to be the instrument of the Emperor's damnation? The Space Marines, the Angels of Death. What is it to be a Space Marine? It is to be pure, to be strong, to show no pain, no mercy, no remorse, no remorse. What is it to be pure? To know no fear. It is an faith. Heresy grows from idleness. To admit defeat is to blaspheme against the Emperor. For those who seek perfection, there can be no rest on this side of the grave. Even a man who has nothing can still offer his life. The man who has nothing can still have faith. Success is measured in blood. Yours or your enemies. For the Emperor. 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 This is the hope of moment. This is the hope made to the throne. This is the hope of Blackthrone. There's only war. Is your duty? What is the Emperor's will? If we fight and die. What is death? Death. What is it that gives us purpose? What is it that gives the war purpose? Vanquish the foes of Himmler. The heretic! The alien! The mutant! The heretic! The alien! The mutant! What is it to be an enemy of the Emperor?
Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own. We have both given ourselves to this. I offer no comfort. Make no mistake, it will return. When it does, when it does, the galaxy will burn in the fires of Blackthrone.
One, we're live. We're live. Gentlemen. We're live. Hello and welcome to Telltale's RPG where nothing treasonous is happening.
Nothing of debauchery is being committed.
There was no plan, it was accidental, my lord.
This is the most upfront you get a Space Marine every now and again, right? I'm ready, Bob.
Absolutely. So, hello and welcome once again to Telltale's RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual, but you are certainly welcome at it. Much like Trump's board for peace. Where last we left off. Where last we left off, our party and the addition of Amat Viserion have boarded the dark Mechanicum space station known as the Aravisian. This space station seems to be pumping out monsters, chaos spawn, demon engines, perhaps most scaringly, you have come across what you have become known as Black Legionaries, or Black Iron Legionaries. These legionaries appear to be rapidly produced, almost cloned, former Astartes of the, well, you can only assume Ultramarines because they were the last ones here. And as you have boarded, you have been met by heavy resistance. You have been met by heavy resistance from the Dark Mechanicum, but you have been able to push through. We are re-entering our combat into the midst of initiative, as I believe you still have a little bit to carve your way through. But unfortunately, the end of last session, a long-time ally of the party and a friend since the times of Avalos has fallen. And now we are down one trooper Grimly, who has been lost to the Dark Mechanicum's evil operations, having detonated up in a beautiful blue, mushroom cloud. So, at the top of initiative, with a smouldering crater where Grimly formerly was, Kadagan, we are up. Over to you.
No. For my first trick, I am going to
retcon Grimly's death.
Well,
I wish.
you know.
I fucking wish.
Kadagan is going to take cover 14 meters aft, ready to drop down and charge the bitches next turn.
Okay, sounds good. You won't be able to get over here. You're going to have to come round. This isn't a wall you can just drop down. This is a doorway.
Oh. That takes that back.
Apologies.
Fucking rude.
Tis what it is.
So, I will go and take cover,
Sounds good.
behind the Cataphron Battle Servitor.
Okie dokie, oh shit. Sorry, just fixing Grimly's crater, don't mind me.
Grimly's crater, you sick bastard.
There you go.
It can no longer be repaired.
I miss Grimly already.
I don't think Gristle feels.
Well,
Hungry, I'd imagine.
very savage, I think, as well.
So, dashing forwards, Kadagan. Keeping pace with you, Amat Vasirian will move as well. Speed of 7 on him. Get down to here, and he'll use his thingy to sprint. So 14 gets him to there. And he gets 14 down to there. Kill brings us to the Dark Mechanicum Ravager squad, the one who's remaining. He'll dome Amat Vasirian, why not? Plasma cannon, aimed shot straight to the face. Let's go. See if this dude can take out 2-player characters.
Huh?
Well, he's the one that shot Grimly.
That is fair. He's got potential.
Recruit him!
That's got
Karen Bellin,
promotion
that's
material in him.
Oh, you wounded a custodian. You gotta respect that.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, that'll bring us over to Aegis.
Okay. I'm gonna waddle.
Bum 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 bum.
And then he waddled away.
And that's it.
Ba-da-da-da.
Waddle, waddle.
To the
And
very
he
next
waddled
day.
away. Waddle,
Ba-da-da-da.
waddle, waddle.
Alright. That's me.
Okie dokie, over to Brother Fool.
Brother Thrall. He is. Syrian is within. not within 5 feet. Okay, I need to remind myself that of the distance for Sanctuary, because that might be needed. 5 meters. Okay. So, Thrall is going to move. He's going to move 6 this way. Then I'm going to cast Sanctuary because because he could take out the rest of the Mechanicum, but unfortunately no one has the psychic survivability as he does. So it makes sense that he would want to cast Sanctuary to make sure that no one else can die under his watch. He does in fact care for his lot, despite people saying otherwise.
Who said otherwise? I'll fucking kill him.
He is injured, so DM +1, dice pool 14, wrath of 1. Yeah, okay, let's give it a go. Does he make it? He does.
Nice.
Just. Apologies, I need to gather myself a second.
Why is that?
What's up?
Nothing, just trying to import a character and it's not fucking working. There we go, I fixed it.
No worries. He just makes it with a 7 because normally DN6 +1 from injured. He gets 7 successes. I won't use a Wrath on this occasion because many of his allies are close proximity. So, Bob, if you wouldn't mind, within 5 meters, I don't know if you want it within, so the players to take account of it. I don't.
5 meter aura to Fool?
If it isn't too much work, if it is, then just for the note of every other player, within 5 meters of Thrall, he is casting Sanctuary. I should have multi-actioned. Arm knob. Sorry,
There's still time. There's still time. Take your time. Would you like to? Not at all. Not at all.
What Thrall would have done if I wasn't so fast to act, because I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know action economy. He would have multi-actioned Sanctuary and then +2 DN would have shot at the larger squad of Mechanicus to essentially try to cull the herd.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Apologies, I'm a little... yeah, whatever. He would have used his Psy Cannon, which would have revved up with the sound of Psychic Might. As the Psychic... as he tried to like, divulge, mix between his like Psychic power onto Sanctuary, but then there was that innate struggle as he tried to push that Psychic power into his Psy Cannon, but through sheer force of will, you push that into his Psychic Cannon to cull the demons of the Dark Mechanicum. +2, DN5. Cannot aim because he's using his action. He complicated, but he did approve. Okay. Stuck, so he has to approve of the complication.
Yeah, you can't get it stuck, unfortunately.
Indeed. He's out of ammo.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Treat it as a
So
Saturday.
Yep. So as he's unloading into the Dark Mechanicum that is before him, he finds that there's that... I can only define it as the click of despair and doom, as despite his psychic might, his power, within like the 5 meters that he's protecting his allies, here's that click as his psychic power drains into his Psy Cannon, and he's found that just despite all the damage he's done, it just isn't appearing. He thought that he was more powerful than this, but even as a Grey Knight, he's not. How do I put it? He thought of himself more highly than he did of this. So, can I leave it to you, DM, to describe how?
Absolutely. So, roll your damage, first and foremost. Let's see what you actually achieve before we do anything else.
Yep. 19 damage at AP -1.
Solid. They don't get... Okay, so, as you raise the side cannon, there's a... You hear it beginning to charge up with a... And I can actually tie this into something... give you some teasers as to what's approaching. And as it sort of... lightning arcs from underneath your helmet and images flash before your mind. A huge centipede-like monster of iron twisting around a hellforge. And as you see the image of that monster, it's almost impossible to gain a bead on it. And you can feel it beneath the deck plates of your boots. And as you do, you feel your touch to the warp fade momentarily, the warp cut off from you. And as you do, another image crashes into your mind. A jail cell, a tortured Astartes, and then your mind is cut away. But for a moment, an incredibly discombobulating moment, you were denied the touch of the warp.
May I play that off?
Please.
Lord Custodian, Mr. Kadagan, I can't focus here. The warp, it's turbulence. Please, strike them down. I must focus my mind.
Amet sort of looks to you. We'll do what we can, Silver Knight. And he sort of steps forward. Something is not right here. It feels like... I do not know, but... something is wrong.
It is the Dark Mechanicum. An unholy matrimony between steel and the unholy powers of the Dark Gods. They will not find purchase here. Purge them, my lords. Kill them all.
From the slight distance, you hear Kadagan shout over, "My friend, this is why you are a Grey Knight. You are gifted in martial combat. Forget your mind for now."
Yes, Inquisitor.
He says with venom.
I do my best.
Absolutely, fuck yeah. Okay. That brings us... oh, apologies. That brings us to the Dark Admech's turn. As you are saying this, the Dark Admech move forwards and they see you sort of stagger and they actually hold up. You see the lead Skitari holds up its hand and clenches a fist and they raise guns but don't fire. And the lead one moves forward. You can see its legs have become sort of spindly and its head tilts. You feel the touch of the maiden. Submit. You are worthy of assimilation.
Dude, they want to make more babies out of him.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that the Dark Mechanicus here take genetics from every individual that they are managed to cut effectively. Hence why
Yeah, why you've got groovy bits.
So, thinking of their objective this battle, are they truly looking to kill us or take what genetic information we have? We can't let them live, unfortunately.
Purge them all.
Okay. You begin when they go, and you see the lead guitar. He goes, disappointing. Transmitting overarching data to the matriarch, and they fire. The closest threat to them is Amet.
The custodies? I wouldn't have imagined. Oh no! We can't lose him!
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Oh well. Oh dear.
They hit him. Oh fuck.
Not much.
He's good. These rifle bolts slam into Amet, and he. Grr! I know that feeling. I know that taste. But what have you done? And he steps forward, bringing up the Paragon blade.
Remind me, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
What was the exact equipment that Amet uses? Is it Paragon blade and shield, or is it just Paragon blade?
It is a singular Paragon blade. It's basically a two-handed Paragon blade, like a greatsword.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking cool. He's a cool dude. I think custodian model wise, he is a shield captain with just a singular two-handed greatsword.
Understood.
Alright, that's their turn. Calypso Beta Rho, still frothing at the mouth, dashes forward. Observation! Your targeting arrays are inferior. Allow me to demonstrate the perfected art of slaughter. And we'll just unleash the Volkite Blaster into them. I'd like to stress, everything he says is accompanied by giggling and cackling.
Like, he was waiting for the exact moment to take out the Dark Mechanicum. There was no hesitation behind his action.
He is so fucking down. He just killed 8 of them. You see the shoulder-mounted Volkite just into them, and even though his Volkite's overheating, you can see he's holstered his 2 pistols, the Serpenta and the Frostthrax, and he's just wringing his hands together like the meme you guys made me do the other week. And he's just going, good, feel the light of the Omnis, even scum. As he sort of
For the purposes of the stream, we didn't make you, we paid you, and you greedily accepted.
Which is in character.
No.
Shalom, my G.
Oh no.
Oy vey.
Family friendly.
When has Tattletale's ever been family friendly, Anyway, over to David's.
Listen, my Necron.
And we're off YouTube.
Chill
My
it.
Necron.
Cool it.
My Crona.
Cool it, Necron. Okay.
My neck.
Clanker.
Hell.
Necron stole my bike.
Listen here,
We are
Wilder.
live.
Sven is just going to charge at this group of bolt crunchers.
That's my Space Wolf.
Targeting and go all out and
Do it.
slaughter them. So, combat, so frost dance. We are charging. Concentrate on that. Oh, hang on. 2 seconds. Haven't done the. There's the all-out one. Effects. Oh, I swear I had it here. Was it abilities?
What ability specifically are you trying to use?
The one where you just throw defense to the wind.
all-out attack.
All out,
Yeah.
yeah. I swear I added it.
You
Unless I
add
didn't save it.
+2 dice to the attack. However, on the downside, you minus, I believe, 2 to your defense when someone else attacks you, whether that
Yeah.
be ranged or melee.
You can go under, I think it's effects on your character sheet, and you can apply it.
Yeah, I would have sworn I had it, but apparently I did. It mustn't have saved. It should be so. No, hang on. Da-da-da. And it won't let me add one for some reason. Lovely. Properly. Hang on. Add effect, all out attack. There we go.
Do it.
There we go. There we go. Added it. Rolling.
They see me rolling. Jesus Christ.
Why is it fucking stuck me all the way up there? There we go. We will do the 4 shifts that are available.
Very good.
Are selected.
Do it. Alright.
There we go.
Apply that
Roll the
damage.
damage. And there you go, sir.
Nice.
I will allow you to apply the damage.
Jesus, you killed 15!
Dang it.
I'll get you to describe it in a second, David. But as you sort of leap in, the Skitarii leader, who you're about to eviscerate, catches the blade, twists and digs a claw into the side of your neck. You see where he had fingers, instead there are long syringes that fill with your blood. And as he sort of assimilates, he goes, Lupa, Carl, Gene Seed, Russ, incompatible. And that's when they all start to move in towards you, but you just rip into them.
Actually, it is just... I will essentially leap from the base of the stairs where I was. Axe in hand, first one smashing a shield, ripping the head off as it goes flying.
Nice.
Sparks and oil spraying over me as I land. My axe is already swinging to slice it and eviscerate another one. Obviously, at this point, the Qatari leader has obviously announced that, so they all try and swarm in, and there is just, each time one of them tries to throw hands at me, there's either shield or an axe eviscerating one, until eventually there's just so many bodies blocking me that I can't get to the remaining 2.
Jesus, that'll do. As you just carve through them, they take no backward step, but they are, well, they're Skitarii, they're trained, but Jesus Christ, you are tearing them apart. Seeing this, there's a howl behind you as Gristle leaps next to you, bringing down one of the second 2, teeth digging in, thrashing with anger. Because Grimly died, I'm going to give a free reroll to Gristle for this combat, which approves. Which 1 apply damage. Does kill the last of them. So you see Gristle just brings this Qatari down, and with a sickening crunch, the neck is broken. You've seen Fenrisian wolves in action before, but Gristle is going feral. Snarling, raging, just absolute murder. Which will bring us, if I could find the fucking thing, to the Ravager squad, who will shoot at Gristle, because big scary fucking dog.
Can you remind me what they were equipped with?
These guys have heavy flamers.
Well, that's rough. And this was at Gristle, yes?
This is at Gristle. Still alive. Took 5 to shock. So fire washes over the Fenrisian hound, which turns snarling with a... and it prepares just to leap on them. Some of its fur singed, but it don't give no fucks. Into you, Sven. The remaining Skitarii will fire. That is 13 damage, sir. If you want to try and avoid it, you might actually not take any damage to begin with.
I will try and avoid. Let's see. So I apply damage and then so that applies. So I click apply damage. Why is it not playing me? It says only you can apply the damage.
Okay, 1 second.
That's fine.
It's because you're taking no damage. Over to the Cataphrone Siege Servitor. Sorry, our boiler's packing in. I don't know how to fix it. Ooh, decent. Again, you've got, what's his name? Just Beta Row just, oh, he's fucking killed them. Beta Row just laughing his head off as he gestures to the servitor to approach, and he goes, Omnicron 6, eradicate, and you see just beams of light eviscerate the remaining Skitarii. And with that, I'm happy to drop these Ravagers, and I will say that's where the combat ends. Well, you have managed to succeed for, pretty well. You do see and look back at those cracks in the ground, the burning, smoking wreck that was once your friend, Officer Grimley.
If I may, can I speak as Thrall for a second?
Please, I'm just going to go check out our boiler because apparently it is broken, which is not fucking ideal, but I will keep my headphones on so I can hear.
Do you want me to hold off to get back?
Depends who you're talking to. If it's player on player, go for it.
Okay. Speaking to Kadagan for a second. To be fair, no, it wouldn't be Kadagan, it would be the entire party. He would say, the unholy abominations that they've made. Darties, the Mechanicums, the Dark Mechanicum, see no limits. Not only that, they have now developed weapons against us. Is it wise that we push further onwards from this point, or do we commit to our fervor and annihilate them from the inside out? Though I, as the Knight of Grey, cannot say for certain, I would push onwards. The rest of you, are you certain this is what you want?
Sorry.
Carry on.
Though I am not instructing this mission directly, that honor goes to Reed. I am certain that I speak with her authority and that of my own, that this heresy cannot be allowed. They must be exterminated. All knowledge, all research into this foul construct must be expunged. But our mission is our mission, and this facility will be purged one way or the other. It is not wise to fruitlessly throw lives away further. Grimly knew this, and gave his life so that we may succeed at our current mission. I'd say we honor that.
I will be truthful. From the reports I heard, the chaplain will not be happy to hear of this. His anger will need to be tempered.
No, I would say that the chaplain's anger will be exact and warranted. As I say, this facility, one way or the other, will be exterminated. I do not think that this information gathering as a strike team is the way to do it. We are outgunned, outmanned, and outmaneuvered at this time.
Inquisitor, if I may inquire, this is the one moment that we have to actually exterminate the foe from within. The core. The core is at its most exposed since, to put it bluntly, since we first got here. If we are to leave now, the ships will already be in orbit. Our foes will be wary of our existence within the inside. What do? We do not. We may have the melted charges to detonate the core from within, but they will be more well defended, more knowing that we are than we are now. Do you understand what I mean?
I understand precisely, Grey Knights. But make it clear to me, how many are you willing to sacrifice? Would you like...
Is Reed in on this conversation out of interest?
I thought the
Open
comms were
box?
jammed.
This would be more private.
True, comms are also jammed, so yes.
But if Reed is able to listen, it would be interesting. But I think this is more private between Thrall and Kadagan on
That's fine.
this occasion.
How many are you willing to sacrifice, Thrall? As many as it is required? But put it this way, they have already gotten a sample of me. Would you like a sample of a hallowed custodian to be within the grasps of these foul machinations? No. I doubt it.
You test me, Inquisitor. But you are right. Unfortunately, they have acquired a sample of yourself. And if I know you well as I know most, that is a formidable foe. Formidable foe.
There is only one me, Thrall. I want that clear to you and to anyone else that would question it. But our mission is our mission. And I would not sacrifice another trooper so that we can strike an early blow where another 3 times as hard is waiting for them.
The data. Beta Row is here for the data. Do you think we could push for that?
That's the main place you are. The question is that you had previously is going in for the data and getting out will give you options. Once you're in, your best bet is to keep going. If you pull out and then return, you will find resistance much, much higher. So it's a choice between running the big shit or keep hitting hard, call in reinforcements, run the gambit, you know? You can call people in if you feel like you need more bodies.
I didn't think that we could call in, considering legit comms are jammed.
That is true. You will need to break the comms first, the comm jammer first.
Then would it not be worth then, since we have Beta Row with us, we work first and foremost to then break the comms jam between us and the Dread Spear, which holds at least the communications between us and our allies. Would that not be then the best opportunity to kind of move forwards? because we are in the heart of our enemy. Actually, that's the point. Brian, speak first.
I was gonna say, out of game, how far away do we know is the communication center from?
You don't know.
Like, okay.
I'm sorry. You don't know exact distances.
We don't know exact distances, but we had that overview map.
Oh, I can give you the overview.
Location.
I can give you the overview, but it's, So, you're currently here in the data ossuary. You could go for the data jammer, for the jammer from here, which would allow you to bring people in. You could also go for the Genitor labs, or you could, go to the forges, whatever you need. It's just how much you're willing to risk. The reason you're going for the data is because it will help you know what you're up against. There are also jail cells down here, potential allies to be found. Stuff like that.
Would allies be really necessary though? Because I'm just thinking from the point of view of a Grey Knight here. Despite the fact that we could increase our allies, they have all been potentially corrupted by chaos. I'm just thinking from the point of view of a Grey Knight that is it not worth purging everything?
Then you'll need to go purge. This is not me trying to railroad you. You can just ignore it if you want, but then you'll need to go purge the prisons.
Okay.
But that is an option. It's not like a must. It's just an option.
Okay. Perhaps we can think of them more as thorns in the enemy's side rather than allies.
That do be a level of truths with the Iron Hand, though. There is still a risk that we'd have to be willing to take because we do not know how far the allegiance against the arch enemy goes with these lot. They could be with the Imperium all the way, but they could equally be renegades.
In my opinion, we knew the risk of assaulting this place, and the mission remains the same. Perhaps we take a more tactical approach moving forward, more defensive, less aggressive. I know I'm slower.
Aegis.
In my
Who are you?
What does our resident space wolf think?
Yeah. Preaching temperance to him.
We'll never know what our resident space wolf thinks.
I can only imagine the Space Wolf will be in favour of assault.
Yeah. He'll
Yeah,
go
so,
faster.
Space Wolf will just be essentially reclaim the ship, claim the ship, eviscerate all, and then bring in more free whatever allies we can find, and then get more allies for ourselves.
Solid plan.
In response to, because Kadagan, I'm going to assume that this was all in character in some way, shape, or form. Kadagan would consider for a moment, what if that we were to take out the communications array on this station once a full schematic has been obtained? We can arrange for reinforcements and then strike the core. Take the snake at its head, so to speak, and not wait for the snake pit to awake.
I have a question for Beta Eclipsero. Once we access the data, we probably will not be able to disable the communications from there, but could we not perhaps study their codes and send our own communication message out in maybe a disguised manner?
Beta gives you a disgusted look. It is possible, but to do such a thing would require translating the scrap code of heathens.
That's true.
But it's possible.
But, however, Beta wrote to support my colleagues' advisements, what is more profitable here to the Mechanicum? Going the hardest route possible,
Yes.
or using the own enemy's intelligence against them, or lack thereof?
Beta's head tilts slightly, and then he starts reloading the Volkite, something he doesn't need to do, it's worth mentioning, because it's a Volkite weapon. And he goes, I would invite them to send everything they have.
And they will.
Good.
He's convinced me.
And they would. But is it not better to have that tactical edge, even by your own people's logic? The Mechanicus runs off of statistics. The more odds we have in our favor, surely total extermination would be that much more guaranteed.
Make a persuasion roll, DN4. Leadership
Love you.
persuasion. Yeah.
Inquisitor Kadagan. Wrath resets to 2. I had 4 last session. Fuck you. Persuasion. DN4. I can't use Supplicant. He's technically not a social better.
No.
Weird dynamic between the Inquisitor and his and her even
Wrath.
assets.
Sounds good.
There we go.
He sort
I
of
did get a
looks
complication.
at you. I am displeased with this line of logic, and yet it remains logic. A thought did occur unto me. Whatever fuels this station must be of immense power. The sooner we are able to investigate it, the better.
What is the move then?
I say that we bring down the communications barrier and make our way to the core. With all of this station dependent onto it, it makes no sense to go for any of their forges or their scientific studies. Destroying this station and all on it is our priority.
A purge in holy fire then, Inquisitor.
One
Is there
problem
any other
Inquisitor.
way? Go
I
on.
require
We already
data.
know they have been performing experiments on captured Marines. What is to say they do not have more who can be saved, locked away? The Ultramarines suffered many a casualty against them. Not all have been accounted for. There is a possibility that some may still be able to be saved. Would you damn them to
I would-
flames?
I would
on the
willingly
chance
damn none. But in the end, we are all laying down our lives for the Imperium and the Emperor. This is no different. I would do the
yet they-
same for the success of this mission.
And yet there should there be any, would
I
improve
could
the odds of
scan
this
for
mission
life
allowing us to
forms if desired.
would be most useful for Beta Row. Specifically, if you can locate any cells.
I can have him make the
locations.
check. It's quite a high DN, but I can have him make the check.
Is there anything that we could do to help improve that check? Like if we got to like the communications relay or something? Would that lower the DN?
In this instance, he's just running a sweep, so probably not.
Okay, it's just like...
But yeah, when I say a high DN, I'm talking 6, which is a high DN, but he's got 15 dice in this. Yeah, he's good.
Sven,
I can give you results of that when you want them.
Sven, I would save all that I could, and you should as well. But not everyone can be saved when not risking the mission.
You seem to forget one major problem. If they have them here, then there are other ships. The more information we can find on what they are doing, the potential for us to counter it, and therefore halt their plans and their bastardization of Marines goes further. This data is we need the data correct. Of that I do not disagree. But the more that we can save and bring back to the Imperium to provide greater information on attack patterns, information that we do not have or might not even be within the system, would be greatly of great value.
Attack patterns of the inferior do not concern the Imperium, Space Wolf. Yes, there may be ships bringing Astartes here, but there are only these abominations here that we know of. Our top priority should be to purge these abominations from existence.
You call them lessers, and yet, as you just so eloquently stated, they are bringing Adeptus Astartes here, meaning that something in your point is invalid if they are capable of capturing Marines.
Invalid? Space Wolf? You tread a fine line.
You're claiming that their attack patterns are lesser, yet they are capturing Marines left and right, it seems. Something does not add up. Whether it be that they have assistance or not. Yes, Brother Thrall.
Could I propose that perhaps it is a mix between the two? Perhaps they have acquired the assets to make their own, dare I say, Chaos Space Marines, but they have quite not yet acquired the tactics that would be normal amongst that of the Astartes chapters. So maybe it is a abomination of the in-between. They have acquired the genetics in order to make the Astartes, but they have not yet been able to perfect the tactics that would be used by the Astartes chapters. So if purging them now would be more worth it to stop a greater threat to the galaxy, would that not be the greater option?
Yeah, I'll also just quickly cut in here and remind you, you have a Magos Biologus with you, specifically someone who specialises in this.
Yes.
However, I will say also, George is onto something. I always reward when people get close to things.
Do we still have the bodies of the guys we dropped?
The ones you killed, yeah, they're there. If you want to look into them.
That'd be a good point. Also, what were you going to say, Brian? Sorry, I feel like I just cut you off then.
I think Aegis actually get kind of annoyed at all the arguing and remind everybody that we elected Beta Rho to be the leader of this mission for the exact reason that we were planning on getting the data. So he would be like nudging Beta Rho to,
Come on, be a leader. Come on.
Come on, do your job.
Beta Rho, I think you would find hunched over one of the bodies. And he sort of puts the head to one side, puts the head to another, And you see his mechadendrite peeling metal away from the body. The armour is mixed with the flesh, so as he pulls the chest plate away, skin and bone pull away with it. And eventually you hear a as he detaches the head from the shoulders. And peeling away the flesh, he turns it to look at you all and goes, "Does this remind you of anyone?" And without much need for a roll, it does look disturbingly like Brother Augustus. You know, the blonde hair, the noble Roman features, shall we say. This is definitely an ultramarine. And Beta Ro's needles plunge into it, and he goes, "Rapid cellular growth has been achieved through a mixture of concoctions not dissimilar to those found within the Emperor's children. I can see stretch marks upon the flesh of the Astartes. This one was never a neophyte. It was born transhuman. Fascinating. Doom-ridden." Oh, go on.
Can I make a wild guess as out of character? More so
Please.
than me? Does it look like that Bile has actively been tampering with ultramarine genetics?
I'll tell you straight up, this does not have the hand of Fabulous Bill on it.
Is it beyond him or more so?
It's too
different?
amateur.
Too amateur.
This is... Bile would look at this and go, "Oh, fucking please." You know?
Yes, he's
And
more
I think-
refined towards just
Yeah,
like,
I think even as you say that, actually, I can give you a little more, as Beta Ro would elaborate and go, whereas lesser apothecarians, or perhaps even our own Kalis, are capable of rejuvenating flesh without a primogenitor, I must forewarn, these are not quite so refined. The Dark Mechanicus has not the training of the Adeptus Astartes. A true testament to the skill of our Red Scorpion ally. No, for these things to exist, live samples must be regularly harvested.
we don't know of any known apothecarians or damn say madmen who dare to mess with Astartes genetics.
We need not an apothecarian. The Adeptus Mechanicus have Magos biology of their own.
Any of note?
Many, too numerous to go into now, unfortunately.
Understood.
But as I say, the thesis stands. In order for this to exist, live samples will have to have been regularly cultivated.
Inquisitor Kadagan, with permission, cleanse and purge protocols.
Oh, fuck me, sorry.
Kadagan would look at Thrall and then back to Sven. All bring across valid points. If a little tersely, and were I a lesser Inquisitor, I would discard them. Yes, we will go for both options. But I would still maintain that lowering the communications barrier is a priority. This needs to be reported now.
Confirmed. Accessing data ossuaries will take on secondary objective role. However, releasing prisoners shall become priority. And he laughs to himself. Priority ultra.
Who said the Mechanicus doesn't have a sense of humor?
I find the joy of slaughter brings out my comedic side. So, to the cells. Yes?
Indeed. But we'll be wary of any communications to get with the outside.
Calypso nods. They shall. I have downloaded the data to my maps. Follow. And he starts to like strut into the Mechanicum structure. And as he does, have you ever seen that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip where Frank pretends to be a art critic? Like, derivative, terrible. That's kind of what Beta Row's doing the entire time. Is as he's just walking past Mechanicum stuff, he's just like sloppy, terrible.
He's being a fashion critic.
He is, yeah. Yeah, he is. So, before you get to the jail cells, is there anything you want to do?
Did I manage to get regeneration on Thrall to keep himself alive?
I don't know, I haven't seen the roll. My apologies.
It might be in his effects.
Kadagan would chat with Sven whilst we are going to the jail cells.
No, you didn't, George, so you know.
Gotcha. I will worry about it later then.
Okay.
You're remarkably bold, even for a space wolf, Sven. I shouldn't be chatting to many inquisitors like that. Not many are as receptive.
Difference is, not many inquisitors are in the same. They're in position as you and me.
You're not half wrong.
Were you any other inquisitor, you probably would have met a very misguided end.
I would enjoy that logic
Commander
being
Reed.
applied. Exactly.
Hence why
I would
sorry, go
enjoy
on.
that logic being applied to Reed. Should you ever try to backchat her, I'd be interested to see her reaction. It would be most gratifying to see if she would handle it quite as well.
Read understand. It's like back chat. There is purpose. There is reason and conviction.
Conviction to save everyone, Sven, is not a bad trait. But a prudent one would be to learn that you cannot save everyone.
There's the difference between saving those who can and can't be. These Marines can be saved. We are in a position to do so now. We are in their ship, crippling their systems already. Were we outside with it being an impenetrable fortress, then yes.
And if they can't, Sven, if we get to the cells, if we get to the cells and they have given themselves over to madness, or there is only the flesh that remains, will you strike that blow?
As a blade of the Imperium, I will do my duty. And with the sorry, what's Beta Row's title again?
He is an Archmagos of the Magos Biologus.
Do we have a way of extracting gene seed?
He can extract it, but he is not really meant to. He can, but obviously...
He's sanctioned to.
That's my point. He has the equipment, but he does not have the religious sanction. He is not an Astartes apothecarian, you know?
Yeah. Besides that, even if it was delivered back over to the chaplain of the relative chapters, I doubt it would be accepted anyway if they've been in the hands of the Dark Mechanicum for an extended period.
There would at least be extensive purity tests, wouldn't there?
Yeah, but they would rather have it in their hands than in the Dark Imperium's hands.
There's a truth to that. At the very least, destroyed.
True, but that was Kadagan's logic anyway.
Yeah.
That if
Like I say, there is
can't be
definitely-
retrieved.
There is definitely a what's the word I'm looking for? Someone in those jail cells. Often that is more than enough. If it is an Astartes, that is more than enough to justify the actions you are taking. As for waxing philosophical about who's in the heart of the Erebisian, or what is in the heart of the Erebisian, that's another matter entirely.
It's Grimly, he didn't die, he got transported.
Teleported at the last second.
It was a transference
Emergency
beam.
temporal shift.
Praise be the Emperor. No,
No.
for real. Should they be far gone, I will execute my rights. And should we be able to activate communications, we will bring in the apothecary and have their gene seed removed.
Indeed.
Even should it be tainted, removal here and disposal by ourselves is much greater and more preferred than it laying in the hands of the hands or even being found distorted by the Dark Imperium.
Do not
In the
misinterpret me. This station would be eviscerated and the gene seeds of the Astartes would never be allowed to be held in their hands. But I will accept your reasoning.
As this conversation is happening, I will have Calypso Beta Rho engage with Aegis.
I was actually thinking Aegis might reach out to him.
Well, let's go with you first then, so there's a natural conversation starter, because otherwise it's just going to be Calypso Beta Rho sort of autistically staring at you for a minute.
I mean, he would though.
Oh,
I was fine
100%.
having the conversation via
Binaric zero
yeah,
ones.
Oops.
Binaric can, absolutely.
yeah.
He beeps and boops.
Aegis thinks this is entirely pointless conversation. Like, this entire place is corrupted, and these, mortal concerns about, like, oh, can we save a gene seed or not? He's like, this is, it's like the Arthur's quote, this place is corrupted and must be purged.
Calypso Beta Rho sort of takes a moment and then responds, "It was not so long ago, brother, that you were almost lost yourself. What legacy would you leave behind?"
If I was purged?
You have already been purged, brother Aegis. Not once, but twice.
Yes, I've been given more chances than many should have been, but surely we can draw the line at this tech heresy.
The tech
Levels of-
heresy is vile, unrepentant, disgusting, and wrong. However, we must learn the intentions of our enemies. We must learn why they are doing what they are doing, so that we may better slaughter them.
Out of game, we switched courses from going to the data ossuary to going to the prisons, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. I find this point confusing and conflicting. We were headed to acquire data. Now we are going to acquire data from a biological source, which is untrustworthy. Would take time to study.
Perhaps. I am a Magos Biologus. I find the bodies more useful than the men they once were.
Perhaps you are more human than I, then.
Caution, son of Ferris. I will not be insulted lightly.
Oh yeah, that's an insult.
I wished to thank you, however. Your support in regarding these tactical nuances. I am far from a military leader. I always have allowed Reed and others to take and fulfill that role. But with the loss of Adonis and others, I am now the highest ranking member of Reed's retinue. This is not a choice I have made, rather one that has been made for me. We will go into this prison. We shall find the prisoner in the hopes that they know more than they are simply being used for. Failing this, the prisoner will be eradicated for being tainted, and we will get to kill some Dark Mechanicum. It's a win-win, really. After this, I concur. We must make contact with our allies. Though I still want that data.
Agreed. He's like-minded as well. I mean, it probably was just the ordering that I find, what Aegis would find inefficient.
I agree.
Because he doesn't care about the life of the people being, tortured.
I agree that if data was the only concern, we are becoming inefficient. However, data is rarely the only concern. Data without those who are ready to read it is data wasted.
Okay. I will concede to your expertise.
My expertise is in the dissection of inferior species, not in military matters.
Is that like a high-level dig?
It's more of a dig at the Xenos, because his job's to cut up Xenos, you know?
Yeah. Alright, well, I mean, he's in charge, so, and if he chose this path, Aegis is gonna follow us.
Aegis is gonna go over it. Alright. So, a bit of time passes. As you begin to make your way through the station, you meet minimal resistance. I'm not going to roll every encounter. You put people down left and right, you know? There's nothing too crazy for you to deal with. However, as you move through, you do eventually come across, sort of on its side, damaged and scattered, there is essentially a servitor lying on its side. Its tracks have been kicked out from under it, and its body is twitching.
Okay, I got a tech check to see if this is
It's less of a tech check, more of a medicine.
how much? Okay, is it mostly biological?
This one is mostly biological, and I should stress, this servitor, while it has tracks instead of legs and is clearly a servitor, the scale of it is huge. It's more on scale with you guys.
Oh. This looked like an Astartes that was made into a servitor.
At a glance, yeah.
God. What would be the DC or the DN
Just 3.
for a medic check? Okay. I have a little bit of expertise. Not much. Success.
Success. You're looking this servitor over. You can see that it is essentially It's essentially a feeding servitor. It has mechadendrites designed to carry food and heavy injection cables and things like this, designed to maintain the sustenance of something. But as you turn it over, you can see that this servitor with the blonde hair, the symbol branded into its chest above its heart, this servitor was once an ultramarine. But as you go to leave it, you hear it cough.
God, somebody else has talked to this thing. I'm gonna have a terrible bedside manner. It's like this is an affront to.
Kadagan would go up to it and draw out the sin of flesh.
Okay.
State your designation, servitor.
Designation? What do you mean?
Your name and function.
I bet I don't. I don't understand. Who are you?
I am an inquisitor, and you will answer.
He sort of clenches his eyes together, the face absolutely ravaged. And then sort of like the droning binaric voice comes out. Saboteur designated 136B. Like, just sort of comes out of nowhere, and you see him physically wince. What was that?
Tech Priest, is there a way that you can isolate the mind from the machine?
He sort of looks down. I am uncertain. This is unusual.
I agree, but it seems that the flesh is not of a heretical nature. The machine is. And that must be stripped away.
Very well. And he starts doing so. And you hear him go... And you see, like, the bottom half of him is completely removed. Not to the point where he'd die. He's an Astartes. My mind is not my own. I am not a servitor.
And what is your name?
My name? I remember a rank.
State your rank.
Sergeant, I
Planet and Legion operation.
McCrag, 13th Legion, Ultramarines, son of Primarch Rabute Gulliman, servant of Chapter Master Kalgar. I think
God.
I am. They call me the Spear of McCrag. What is my name? I can't
By
stand.
the Emperor.
I can't stand. Why can't I stand?
You are wounded, soldier. Do not attempt to do so.
Where are my legs?
Lost. Combating the enemy. And that's just to try and make him feel better. To be honest with
Oh god. I don't need my legs. Anyone can chip in.
I want to turn to Thrall, and I mean, A just wants. We need to find out if this is just another clone, or if he is who he says he is. Because if it's just a clone, this is more, heresy of the highest level, basically. But it doesn't really,
Well, you can make a tech check if you want. DN's going to be 6.
Okay. Shot, but it's not. It's nowhere near as good as Beta Row. No, this is beyond my understanding.
As far as you can tell, this is legit. There's no reason this should,
Well, I was more so hoping to have Thrall, kind of give him a little once-over with, psychically probe him a little bit.
It's probing time.
Does he speak the truth? Roll.
True.
No one there?
We need our Grey Knight, god damn it.
My god, the warp. It's so powerful. It's taken his mind. This truly is a wicked place. Well, put a pause on that idea.
Oh, that really sucks. Fool would be really handy here.
I'm fresh out of ideas.
Well, you guys keep interacting with him. I'll message George.
Kadagan would kneel down to him. We need anything that you hold in knowledge of this place, soldier. The war is not over.
They took the captain. They killed the chapter master. I don't. They called me Spear. I answer only to the Primarch. Does the Primarch live? What of the first Liberian?
The Primarch does live. The war has exacted a heavy toll on all of us, but he yet lives to fight on.
His face creases and creaks with a bloody smile. Joyous B. Joyous
Indeed.
B.
Indeed, but how did you become in such a position
They've done
on the
this.
floor?
I tried to free my captain. I was feeding him, and I tried to break his chains, but I couldn't. They wouldn't. I'm sorry. I was weak. I was not enough.
You are not weak, soldier. You fight even now, in the pit of our enemy, surrounded on all sides. Reminds me of certain reports from your home, does it not?
Supports. He sort of shifts and slumps against the wall. I think I remember my name.
Then what is your name, soldier?
Antaro Cronus. Tank commander of the Ultramarines. Brother Sergeant.
Does he seem to have any, Sorry, go ahead.
No, please. I'll send you who. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys know Ultramarine characters. It's this guy. I've sent in Hangout. We're hoping Fool is back.
Do you have any?
George says he's back, but he is not back.
Does he have any signs of like neural implants? Or...
Only to the degree of, like anything you would put into a servitor, but it doesn't look like he's been very effectively lobotomized.
Okay. Or like, you know, being controlled or anything?
Not seemingly so.
So likewise with the haphazardly biogenerated Astartes, they are trying to effectively, just hypothesizing here, they're trying to spread the same template onto every format that they can, and it's not being as effective.
It would appear that is the case. It would also seem like they are just utilizing everything. For those of you who know the tabletop Blackthrone stuff, there is a unit called Orok class servitors, which the Banes and Redemptionists eventually start using, which is Astartes turned into combat servitors. This is the prototype for that. It's the early version. It's essentially the don't waste not, want not mentality. But this is the incomplete process. They haven't been able to dominate the Astartes' mind.
I kind of imagine like the weird abominations from Toy Story.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're just like...
Where's Gold gone?
Don't know.
Oh dear.
So, what do you want to do? He's pretty useless in this form.
I would ask everybody else, what do you think? Do you believe his story?
There is no reason to disbelieve it. If there is events of such tech heresy and heresy in general going on in this station, it is not that far-fetched to believe. Can I do an insight onto his face to see if he's bringing across the entire story or if he's holding something back? DN, my good man?
Just 3.
Oh shit, I'm not having any of good luck on this. But I meet the 3.
Okay.
With 2 complications.
Okay, let me check here. As far as you can tell, he has been completely honest. In his brain-addled state, it's obviously very difficult to tell, but as far as you can tell, he's genuine.
Noted. Well, I believe this goes down to the purpose of this detour, of saving whom we can.
Are there others like you?
Many. But the captain.
If we were to take you with us,
I'd be in your debt.
would you be able to... There is no debt to be repaid, soldier. This is one soldier helping another. But would you be kind enough to get us past the security barriers and bypass any security initiatives with the equipment that you currently have laced on you?
Yeah, I can do that. Tell me, my friends, does my chapter live?
Your chapter survives and thrives.
Good. Who leads them? The Primarch lives?
The Primarch lives. Although this is like a player. This is a player thing. I've forgotten who's taken over in Gulliman's current AF Canis.
So there are a few major characters in the Ultramarines, lots of named characters. The current acting chapter master is Cato Sicarius. The first company captain is a man called Severus Agaman, who you've not heard from since Ursus. There's obviously Chief Librarian Tigerius, this chap, Cronus, the tank commander, and then of course there's Calgar. But you know, the only thing you know for sure is that Calgar was killed on Ursus by Skulltaker.
Your chapter is currently heralded by Cato Sicarius. I believe that's who you said?
Yeah. As you say that, his eyes widen. Good. The Blade of Talasar will do finely.
Aegis, Beta Rho, is there any way that you can get this man on his
feet, so to say.
Beta, I will nod to Aegis. Together, we may be able to reactivate his locomotives.
I know his
Isolate.
area of
Sorry,
I know his area of expertise is bio, but does he have like decent Medicaid knowledge?
He's decent. Being a biologist, he's decent.
Well, then I will assist him, assuming he has more invested in it.
Medicaid's got 10.
Oh yeah, I will be his assistant if he needs.
Okay, no. Between the few of you, you can choose to either put him on tracks or you can strap him to someone's back.
I'll try.
We need him mobile, yeah.
Okay. I don't have a token for him, so such is life.
We'd love to provide unexpected results for you, Bob.
It's interesting. Getting a little deep dive into this. So, just checking scale of things here. How big is Brother Aegis these days? Oh yeah, he chonky. So, you're able to get him on tracks and bringing him into deeper the Aravisian. You eventually come to a heavy set of iron doors, and he sort of moves forwards. I will serve as I have always served. I was there on Ursus in the Fist of Macragge. We were firing all las cannons at that creature, Doombreed. Sicarius and Calgar, they had leapt to the Primarch's aid. But I was sundered before I could see what happened. I am glad to know they are well.
Would we have like a good idea of who he is? I mean, he's a high-ranking.
Yeah, he's pretty
person.
well known. Of the Ultramarines named characters, Antaro Cronus he's up there. He's one of the ones that you probably would have heard of. He's of the same rank of people like Uriel Ventress, stuff like that.
May I
yeah.
hypothesize? Oh, sorry, Brian.
I was just gonna say, anything he says, I would be trying to cross-reference because, you know, I think Aegis is pretty aware of everything we find here. Like, you know, I feel like they do such crazy experiments here that, like, it wouldn't be surprised if, like, they tortured a clone of this guy who used to be here. You know, like, I feel like he's just sort of expecting all kinds of fucked up experiments.
That's kind of what I'm getting at as well from my own analysis of it, because the Spear of Macragge, and he's saying that he has memories of leaping to Cato Sicarius' aid, it's almost like that the Marines that they've captured have all been thrown into one melting pot, and it's all a case of an amalgamation of memories. It's not one, it's an amalgamation of all.
Where are you getting the leaping to Sakaris' aid?
It's what you just said, did you
So
not?
what he was saying, basically, there was the big battle on Ursus, Guilliman versus Doombreed, and what he's saying is that he saw Guilliman, Doombreed, Sicarius, and Calgar fighting Doombreed. But he was sundered, he was shot, basically, or his tank was destroyed. The Fist of Macragge is it's the type of tank that you can get with Ultramarines where everything has been replaced by a las cannon. It's got like 8 las cannons on it, it's a beautiful model. But his tank was destroyed before he saw the outcome of that battle, which we know is Doombreed cut Guilliman down, and Calgar was 1v1'd by a Skulltaker.
Everything he said so far kind of, like, matches.
It adds up, but obviously he's unaware of the outset of the battle. The last thing he remembers is rolling a 6 on the explodes result, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know what? I'm actually not going to do this combat purely because
Lazy.
Well, it's not that I'm lazy. I am. Thank you, darling.
Love Katie. Calls it how she sees it.
Liam sends his love, darling. Not because of just laziness, but also because if I show you the combat before I remove anything, it's kind of one of those combats that's there to whittle you down. And I don't think it's necessary. Not when we're in. I know. I'm trying to find your tokens. Not when we're in the middle of quite nice RP. So give me 2 seconds. Hunga Bunga, breaching clear. There's the map. Activate. I haven't heard from George, sadly. I hope he's okay. We'll just.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So if you see, it's all Cyber Wolves, Mechanicum Adept, stuff like that. I don't think it's one of these combats that's strictly necessary.
A broken marine?
Indeed. So. Oh shit. Just fucking deleted the broken marine. As you guys push into the room, you are met by resistance from the inhabitants, Cyber Wolves, a few Dark Mechanicum Adepts. But you have taken them by surprise. They weren't planning on you coming here, which is why none of the big stuff is on the map. In the center of the room, you would see a singular Astartes in heavy Terminator armor, kneeling as lightning arcs over his warplate, heavily wounded. You can see the back of his Terminator plate has been torn open, and there must be about 30 centimeter long, maybe half an inch thick needles pushed into the spine, so deep they're interlacing and punching into his organs. From those needles, moving up into the ceiling, like the arteries or veins of the system, you can see ingestional fluids being pumped into and taken out of him, not to mention the creamy goodness of gene seed.
Don't ever say that again. Creamy goodness of gene seed, you absolute fucking criminal.
Does his helmet remain on, or is
the helmet is remaining on? Yes.
Nice.
Yes, we love it when our tortured victim is all masked up and unable to see.
A rare moment of unassurance. I will turn to Beta Row. What do we do?
Beta Row moves forwards. I will admit, I was not expecting this. We must disengage this temporal field, either by overloading it or disabling it via technology.
Kadagan would turn to Ontario. I believe that this would assist from your perspective as well, if you would kindly lower those containment fields.
Antaro looks at you and goes, I cannot lower the fields. And he moves forwards. He looks down. Make a little insight check for me.
Yeah?
4.
Hey, 5.
5. You realise he's about to do something. He's going to lower the fields, but he's about to sacrifice himself.
Ontario, cease.
His head
You are
turns and
about to
looks
do
at you.
You are about to do something, and that look in your eye is that something you would not return from. Explain.
It's like that Cockboy said. Overload the circuits. I'm not an Astartes anymore, Inquisitor. And his tracks move forwards. This is why it was important to know if he had tracks or whether one of you carried him. And he pushes himself into the electric field, which surges with lightning. There's a... And he goes, courage and honor! And he... And as he detonates, blood and gore smothers the room. And the electrical fields, one by one, dissipate.
I'm sad for our little Game Boy Advance dying.
He's quite an important named character. This is like killing off, not Dante, but Mephiston. He is quite a well-known character to the old Ultramarines.
Anybody asks, he was like that when we got here.
There's a shudder that goes around the room. And then the chap in the centre crunches onto his knees, and you hear a through the helmet.
I'm gonna let somebody else take over this. Somebody else can do this.
Well, I mean, realistically, we need Beta Row to disable all of the shit going through it.
Oh no, that was what he did. Sorry, that is all disabled.
No,
Sorry.
I mean, like, so...
Oh, him. Got you. Yeah.
we need... For the guy in the center, we need Beta Row to fucking undo all the crap inside of him.
I do like a Medicaid check on what's, I don't know, what would be more appropriate, tech or medicated?
Medicaid in this instance.
I guess I'm, Dian.
Dian? He's pretty heavily wounded. Let's go 5.
Is there...
Did I assist in any way?
Yeah.
I've got 1 dice to provide.
He don't even need it.
Apparently not.
Do you have a...
Right.
Right? Does it look like there's a way to save him?
He is alive and sustained. Just fucking wounded as all hell.
Is he being sustained with, like, tech heresy, though? Like,
No, what it would appear to be is edging the Suzanne membrane.
Okay. Like, do you think it would be safe to disengage all of these needles that are...
That one I can't tell you without a tech check.
Okay. Well, assuming Vidro will try, I'll try too.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be all NPCs, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Could I possibly do a tech check to see whether taking out the needles would instigate some sort of alarm?
Yes, you may. DN7.
I would realistically think that disabling pillars would have done that, but that's just...
That's an overload. But yes.
Perfectly fine.
Would anyone mind if I used the 2 glory? Any objection, David?
I'd say go for it.
That's why we have bitch-ass rerolls.
That is true.
Oh no. Mille fois.
Okay. So, you're uncertain if any alarms have gone off, but you do detach him from the apparatus, where he slumps forwards and catches himself on his elbows. Where? This wasn't a dream. This is real.
Fortunately.
Oh. And he punches the ground, and you can see that his back is starting to at least clot and re-knit. The, Space Marine physiology being obscenely resistant. Where is he? And he grabs Aegis. Where is he? Damn you! Where is he?
I cut out slightly. He's saying, where is he?
Yeah, screaming it in your face.
Who?
Vengeance! Vengeance for the bloody 13th! Bring me Madam Cato! Bring me Calgar! Bring me the Lord Executioner! And he starts to stand. Where are we? In the godforsaken Imperium? Where are we?
Temperance, brother. You've been here for some time.
How long? How long has he walked unchallenged? Where is the Primarch?
How long? What would be the estimate of how long they've probably been here?
The warp's a bitch! You know it's been at least a matter of months, maybe a year, but for those who are here, you don't know.
Time flows differently in the war. There's no telling how long you've been here.
Immeasurable days, immeasurable nights. And he reaches up and whips the helmet off of his face. Doesn't bloody work anyway. Slams it on the ground. You can see he's speaking so rough because his throat has been sliced open with an incredibly thin line. Like someone went behind him, grabbed him, and cut his throat. Like, the Lannisters send their regards style.
Does he look uncorrupted? Does he look...
Yeah, outside of looking beyond pissed. Yeah.
Outside of looking like a dog's chew toy.
Without trying to suggest something for somebody that's not here, would we be able to suggest that Thrall makes an insight?
Yeah, I'll allow
to
that.
see if he's corrupted.
Yeah, that's completely fine. George would do that, 100%. Wow, George's insight, terrible. I will make it a psychic mastery check instead, because that seems more fitting. And on that regard, he would pass. Fool would step forwards. Brothers, while I am sensing the rage of Carnif from this, which by the way isn't the name, so it's okay to say, from this individual, I sense no hold over his soul. And he reaches down and offers his hand. Welcome back, brother. And the man slaps Thrall's hand away. Grey Knight, where were you when the demons of blood fell on us? And what are you? He squints. 10th Legion. How long? Where is the face? Where is the Primarch?
Kadagan would step forward. They were battling demons of the warp, brother of the Ultramarines. As were you.
Severus. My name, Inquisitor, is Severus.
An honor to meet you. And an honor to know that you have survived your trials.
I am first captain of the Ultramarines, defender of Macragge, advisor to the Lord Primarch. But where is the Primarch? Does he live? Tell me he lives and the traitor did not win. Am I the last of the loyal sons of Guilliman? What has happened in my incarceration, damn you?
You are not the last of your chapter, and neither has your Primarch fallen into slumber.
Into slumber? How, what speak you? What say you? Don't speak in half-truths and riddles, Inquisitor. I will not have it. Not this day, nor the next.
Kadagan would smirk at that. Apologies. It is the way of the Inquisition. Your Primarch survives, your brothers survive.
Then tell me everything. Tell me everything.
There will be time to tell you everything, but not in the middle of enemy territory.
You don't understand. Tell me the Primarch is safe. Where is he? Is he here with you?
The Primarch is safe. Wounded in battle, but safe. I believe last I heard of him, he was on Macragge being tended to his injuries. The war continues, and as you are wounded...
And who? And what of the Chief Librarian? What of Malum, Cato? Do they live? Calgar, my Lord Calgar, he fell before me. I saw that demon take his head. Before my throat was cut from behind.
The others, from what I know, are fine and safe and continuing the fight. Calgar, you know.
Who? And he stands, and he dwarfs you even in this wounded state. Inquisitor, who has taken command? Who?
Cato. Sicarius.
No, not him, no. We must leave. Are they here? Are they here?
There is a mission to complete.
Where has Sicarius taken the chapter? The damned traitor! Where has he taken them?
It was Cato Sicarius.
Yes, it was. Who has stepped up to the role of chapter master. By popular demand.
There is a mission to be done here, Ultramarine. You may go to your brethren with our blessing, but we need your help.
He stands and uses you to lift himself up, and by that I mean he half crushes you into the deck. And he fully stands. Obviously, even for an Astartes, moving in Terminator armor without the power conduit is a fucking beast. And he goes,
No, you don't understand. I am first captain. I was next in line should Calgar fall. But as Calgar fell, my throat was cut from behind by a gladius.
There will be time to deal with that, Astartes, but you are not... You are not in a position to currently. We are surrounded on all sides. Assist us in getting this facility and your brothers, should they still be able to be retrieved, and then go with our blessing. But
You understand
now-
what he's saying, right?
no, not really.
His neck was cut open from behind by a gladius. He was next in line to be chapter master of the Ultramarines.
Sorry, that's part and parcel of a little bit of cutting out. Apologies.
What he's saying is Cato Sicarius cut his throat.
Yeah, that's a crazy accusation. Accusation. I can't speak.
The Brian and David can take over this, because I do not know. Kadagan will not know Astartes politics.
I mean, this would. I mean, that's
This is tantamount
heresy.
to this is tantamount to heresy and treason.
Oh, 100%. He is telling you Cato Sicarius has committed heresy.
I mean, this would
It
be a
is, but I'm also
great
conscious. I'm also
opportunity
conscious
for.
that a lot of RP is coming from me, so I'm just like, I'm stepping
enough.
back.
Fair enough.
This is where I would say, I don't know, allow our Grey Knight to inspect your memories and prove
Okay.
the accuracy of such a statement, because an accusation of this level is.
I understand. Look into my mind. I can take it. And Fu reaches out, gently touches his head. I'm going to make it a psychic mastery. DN, because this guy's brain is pretty scrambled, I will say DN 7. Oh, because of wounded. I meant DN 7 total, so that would pass. Images flash in your shared consciousness. The huge demon prince Doombreed, swinging a cleaver, a Mongolian blade into the Primarch, sending him skidding. The light of the Emperor's sword flashes and flares. Fire bathes Gerzag. In the center of this courtyard, there is a huge monument, an ancestor core of the Votan. Waves of power radiate from it, and only those with the minds of absolute adamantine resist before they are enslaved. Brother turns on brother, soldier on soldier. But as Severus Agamemnon fights, power sword in hand, back to back with his chapter master, Calgar, a few things happen. They are joined by the Primarch, by Chief Librarian Tigerius, by Cato Sicarius. They fight and dance. The bloodletters are like a tide against them. The Ultramarines' first and second companies are fighting side by side, blue armor, the only differences being the white trim and the gold trim. But something catches Severus's eye. A symbol, painstakingly etched into the corner of one of the pauldrons of a second company Ultramarine. Now, in the moment, he paid it no heed. For in the moment he was fighting, he fucking bench pressed a juggernaut of corn and broke it over his knee, Bane style. Some cool shit happened, right? But as you inspect his memory, you would recognize the mark of Slanesh. And as they fight, you see Calgar wade into them, bolters firing. And it's weird witnessing the memories through Agamemnon's eyes, because in the moment, you can see how vitally he was fighting. How thankful he was to watch Calgar wade into those bloodletters, to have the blade of Talasar, Sicarius, behind him, watching his six. He doesn't notice the Ultramarine Second Company surrounding the First. He thinks that they're holding a perimeter, surrounding Doombreed and allowing the Primarch to win this fight, for surely the Primarch will win this fight. And then the first blow strikes. Guilliman hits the ground, his chest torn in half, the shoulder ripped from clavicle to hip. And still the 13th sun rises. He parries a blow from Doombreed, but an arrow embeds itself in his hip, his gut, sending him reeling back. A juggernaut of corn the size of an elephant lunges for the Primarch and sends him skidding across the courtyard behind Severus. I should stress that's Doombreed's mount in the lore. He's a bow archer. He's a demon prince who rides from horseback. He's Genghis Khan. In that moment, Agamemnon realizes that this is a losing battle. He orders the First Company to pull back. He orders them to the Thunderhawks. They can live and fight another day. Aurum Edictum will get here. The custodians will make it. But the light does not come. The sky doesn't burn with the Emperor's wrath as Aurum Edictum descends, as had been the plan. No. There is only the laughter of cruel gods. As the Bloodletters have stopped attacking Calgar, they have surrounded him, 100 to 1. A singular Bloodletter, bigger than the others, one that you, Aegis, would recognize as Gulltaker, moves towards the chapter master of the Ultramarines, dragging his Hellblade behind him, laughing a sonorous laugh. And as the First Company pull back, the Terminators firing into the demons, the Primarch is being pulled away by his enclave, by Chief Liberian Tigerius, who has the Primarch surrounded in a bubble of warp energy. It's in that moment the bolters begin firing. The harsh hiss, clack, bang of bolt rounds detonating against Terminator armor as the Ultramarine Second Company tightens the noose. They move forwards, gunning down the Terminators of the First, and as Agamemnon goes to turn, goes to bring round his rage and to rally to the Primarch, Sicarius was watching his six as his throat opens and a blade pushes out of his back, into his back, out of his chest. The Blade of Talasar is a literal weapon that Sicarius wields, but it's glowing with a hot, pink ember light. But there's no mistaking the weapon, and there's no mistaking the laughter of the man who wields it. And then the vision fades, and Thrall looks to you all, having all witnessed the same vision, and nods. But back to you. Please tell me I wasn't muted.
No, you definitely weren't.
No, you were fine. We were just... that's all.
It's treason there.
I doubt we'll ever get to it in the campaign, but in Cato Sicarius' lore, he was alone in the warp. It's one of his big Mary Sue moments, of which there are many. But he was alone in the warp for quite a long time. In the Blackthrone narrative, my natural conclusion to Cato Sicarius' story is the corruption of pride and hubris. Slanesh doesn't have to be sexy. It's about excess, pride. Sicarius wanted to be chapter master. Knew he would never be allowed to be, especially if he was made the Victrix guard. And so Slanesh hooked its fingers into the captain of the second company. And that's a problem for another time.
In the memory, though, did it look like the second company was corrupted? Like, how could they have all been convinced?
Because
I guess the whole thing.
It's been a long time coming, essentially. There's a few things at play. You can ascertain from the vision that the Ancestor Core, Hashut, the new god of tyranny and slavery, lesser warp god of tyranny and slavery, definitely had an impact on the battle. However, the desire to turn was already in the second company, having been laced by Cato Sicarius over the course of the Indomitus Crusade. Jealousy, pride, hubris, arrogance. Pretty much sums up the Ultramarines.
I mean, not that the Imperium would probably keep a record of this, but has there been historical events where, kind of like similar to the Horus Heresy, post-Horus Heresy like this, where like an entire company would turn against?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't just look to things like the Badab War, but one of the best examples would be the warband known as the Crimson Slaughter. They were I believe a Blood Angel successor, who company turned. It's more common for like a single company to turn in 40k than an entire chapter. It's much more common for like 100 Marines to be absolute zealots and loyal to one captain like Sicarius, and then they follow him rather than the Imperium. That is much more commonplace than like an entire chapter turning.
I guess the
Still
most
rare,
surprising
but-
thing-
Say again.
I'd say the most
Look at Reed and
surprising
her-
thing is the Ultramarines.
Sorry, Brian. Look at Reedon.
Look at Reed and her pet custodian.
Yeah, the needs of the self. What were you going to say, Brian?
Oh, I was just saying, I think it's more surprising that it's the Ultramarines.
They
Right?
are not incorruptible. Far from it, and it just takes the right sort of corruption. They're not likely to fall to Nurgle, they're not likely to fall to Khorne and anger and all of this. And they have psychers, but they're not likely to go like, we are powerful. But if there's one thing the Ultramarines are, it's arrogant and prideful, right? And where there is potential, Slanesh can get its hooks in, and a character like Sicarius, who I think to many members of the Warhammer community is kind of the epitome of everything wrong with the Matt Ward writing era. He is on paper, even if you read, I forget what the book is, the one where he fights the Necrons, he is an incredibly arrogant character. You know, there is this, he's a good character in the books, not so much in the codexes, but he is an incredibly arrogant character. So to have him fall to Slanesh would take time, but that's why in his lore he has this whole, he survived being in the warp unharmed for ages. It's like, no he didn't. No. He didn't get corrupted and suddenly, meh, I'm evil. But the slow seed of corruption was planted,
Right, it could be like a minor horror situation where,
Yeah.
he was gone for a year, but for him he was actually there for like 10,000 years or something.
This is
Horus
it.
Minoris.
Horus Minoris. No, this is it. It's corruption is a subtle thing in Warhammer most of the time, and in this case, it is Sicarius's ego essentially being used against him. And then, of course, the second company are more loyal to Sicarius than they are anyone else.
To betray even the Primarch in this moment. But wouldn't this mean the Primarch would know the truth?
The Primarch would know the truth, yes. As would Chief Librarian Tigerius.
Hence why he's probably in that position currently.
So they're having an all-out civil war then, because
The Primarch is on Macragge, and you don't know what's happened to the Chief Librarian.
Oh dear. Imagine if a traitor company got their hands on a 50% complete Primarch Dreadnought.
Imagine.
Bob, you're an asshole.
I think it's time that we expedited our purging of the ship. I say we go for communication controls, get in everybody that we can muster, relay this to Reed as quickly as we can, or even just get Reed or Calliope or somebody here. Relay this information to them.
Yeah, I think this altars are...
Key.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, what were you going to say, Brian?
I think this alters our sort of course of action here, because this is I mean, the potential for this news and its effect on the Imperium is like insane, right? Like, probably supersedes us just kind of getting revenge for what these demons did to Gilliman here.
Oh yeah, no, what I'm meaning is we bullets our main priority here, as in we get the data, we get what we need done, and then we just obliterate this thing as we leave. We get in whoever we need, get what we can, and dip, and relay the information through the whatever secure lines that we can manage, to then allow Reed to come up with essentially Reed to come up with a battle plan.
Yeah. It's up to you guys how you want to handle it.
I'm gonna do it in character and kind of interject. Cato Sicarius needs to be dealt with, but this mission is still ongoing, and there are battle lines with thousands of soldiers and hundreds of companies, dozens of Astartes. I would not have us leave them.
The chapter master, because he is now de facto chapter master, looks to you. I understand you are waging war. Does the name Pandoric mean anything to you?
Kadagan's eyes would widen and immediately retort with, "What do you know of it?"
It is where Sicarius is headed. He broke away from the main fleet before we came to Ursus saying he was going there. The Primarch rescinded the order, but he tried all the same. If what you say is true, that is where he will be.
Kadagan's shoulders would dip, and he would pinch the bridge of his nose. Then we have little choice. We need to wrap up the Ursus system as soon as possible and retrieve Gulliman. Like it or not, a single Primarch is worth more than a battle group. And make all haste to Pandoric.
We have our Dark Angel brothers moving, correct? But
Pardon me.
just confirm, where were Dark Angels moving? Because I know they weren't with us.
Let me
right
check
now.
the system map. I believe they are over.
Because we could potentially...
The Dark
Relay
Angels
this.
are currently blockading Urgerzag.
Oh, shit.
I mean, technically the decision lies with Reed, right? So
The decision lies with Reed, but we need to come up with viable propositions for Reed to then go, right, this is the most effective. If we've got options available, Reed is going to go, right, this is the best one, instead of us just being like, oh shit, or Reed just goes, we just end up losing resources willy-nilly.
Like it or not, if we allow corrupted Space Marines access to a Primarch, our lives are forever forfeit and there is no chance at redemption. Reed would understand this, and I hope would err on the side of retrieving the Primarch. Pandoric or not, is priority absolute.
I believe our best bet in this scenario would be to potentially provide enough information to the Primarch of the Dark Angels about the dangers that Lord Gilman faces, so that he can send an appropriate retinue to defend. And whilst we amplify our process within this star system, and then make our own way.
My Lord Custodian.
Yeah, Amet is looking murderous.
Through the blood of the Emperor, the priority in all doctrine that is written would be the blood of the Emperor. The Primarch is no different in this regard. Am I correct in this assumption, my lord?
Amet looks down. Astartes. You know, there has never been a corrupted custodian, nor Grey Knight. And yet Astartes seem an endless font of recruitment for the arch enemy. Endless.
The greatest comeback. It's not appropriate.
Astartes and
At least we don't have any female space marines.
my lord Custodian, Astartes are as able to be corrupted as anyone. In the heresy era, there were Primarchs who fell to the ruinous powers. Sons of those Primarchs are no different to that. But should we have the ability to save one who would not willingly turn against us, surely we must travel that road to Macragge. Surely.
I should stress as well, it wouldn't have been the entirety of the second company, just those loyal to Sicarius.
Yeah.
Because in this timeline, Titus is still captain of the second company.
Yeah, but Robooti Gulliman, from what we know, he is on Macragge.
Gulliman was hastily moved to Macragge, yes.
That's my point of going to Macragge.
It's a hell of a detour. It's nowhere near where you are currently, and that's not me trying to railroad you. I'm just saying, it's a hell of a detour.
But it's still the same point. Robooti Gulliman, and whilst I'm not going to say it in the Eravisium because walls have ears, his son, or his technically firstborn son, the choice is either or. It's the lesser of two evils. One could split the Imperium in two, and one is a leader of one of the main chapters in the Imperium.
The custodian, Amet, looks to you. It is impossible to make a decision until we reach and re-establish communications. Such things are tantamount to speculation. If this is an isolated incident, and it is simply the hubris of one misbegotten child, then yes, let us. But all roads lead to Pandoric. My fellow custodians are there. My sister is there. If that is where this traitor is, then yes, when the Dark Angels depart from our company, let us reignite the fervor of Macragge. Let us bring them into the fold. We need the keystone. We are told it is currently being held on Nocturne. Perhaps with the Ultramarines at our back, it will be swifter to convince the wolves. No offense, Brother Grimsnarl, but it will be easier to convince the wolves not to slaughter the sons of Nocturne.
It is a tactically sound move. With the fleets of the Ultramarines and the Space Marine and the Space Wolves at our backs, Pandoric would be defeated and conquered that much easier, and the traitors within would fall.
We do not know what we are against on Pandoric. But yes, Ursus must be dealt with. But then we must get that keystone.
And what say you, Severus, brother of the Ultramarines? Would you side with us on this?
Severus Agman has moved over to like the corner where he is getting his shit, like, you know, in storage, prisoner's gear. And he turns and looks at you. Repair my armor. Enough so that I may march. And he brings up his power sword with a hone my blade so that I may kill the enemies of man. And I shall turn against no foe. Not brother, nor kin, nor traitor. You have freed me from this hell. You have freed me from seeing my own sons being turned into the monsters around us. So yes, you have my blade. We go to the Primarch. And then we hunt down the bastard Sicarius. There is one we could contact. There is one who would know of the Primarch's location. But he is far from here. How good are your voxes?
Good enough.
I believe jammed.
Then when they are unjammed, let us reach out to the true captain of the second. I believe it will be Brother Titus, who currently guards the Primarch. It is unto him that we must speak and marshal our forces.
I mean, I'm in agreement. But we will... Ultimately, we answered Reed first.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Her
Who is
priority
this
is Pandoric.
Reed?
A counterpart to me, if you would.
Is she
If a little
amenable?
more. Her priority is Pandoric.
Then in that we are aligned. Let us be gone from this place, unless we have further business here.
I will send a sort of message to Beta Row, or just ask him to assist me in repairing his armor. More like I'm gonna assist him, but you know.
Okay, I'll need a tech check from you and Beta Row. Both are going to be DN6.
much help I'm gonna be. Not very helpful.
Yeesh. However, Beta Row got 10 successes. It will need further repairs on your ship, but Agamemnon stands and with a soft his armor gears back up, and you see he checks the ammo feed to his storm bolter and empty. Mag locks it to his hip as he tests the weight to the power sword. Good. Now, brothers, we are not alone. There is a forge on this level, the data ossuary. I have heard a creature scuttling around. Do we descend upon where they are, or do we leave? I know not of the situation, the theoretical nor the practical. Enlighten me, brothers. I would hear your sensibilities.
I think, unless the priorities, probably sending a communication out, then probably freeing the rest of the Ultramarines that are trapped here, then getting the data. I don't know, like the data keeps moving down the prio list.
I am sorry to say there are no other Ultramarines. I was kept for my gene seed, used to produce these abominations. But my brother Kronos, they were taken.
Where?
It is.
I know not, but I know what they have become.
Does he match the physical description of the Marines we saw earlier, the corrupted ones?
Yes, they would look like him, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're basically clones of this guy.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And he ain't fucking happy about it. It's fair to say.
Then it would be my opinion that our primary objective is finally adhered to. The data must be retrieved, otherwise our coming here, respectfully to you, Ultramarine, would have been voided.
He bows his head. I understand. And you sort of, rather than roleplay, you fill him in. The data is what will allow you to drop the shields, allow you to actually assault the, assault this place. Very well. With that regard, then, my blade is yours. Let us wage war together. To the communication spire.
What about the other people here? What do I find?
Nice.
And realistically, we need to fucking clear out everything. Do this, get everything cleared up now. If we take out the... Take out the... No, if we take out the data spire, the control now, we can potentially, obviously we can get a lot more done in terms of obtaining our main objective, and from there we can call in essentially whatever we need, like bullet, just essentially nuke the place.
Well, I think it was, earlier they said if we nuke the place, it'll cause some kind of black hole or some...
That reactor is not something you want to be fucking with right now.
I'm just saying, like, nuke the place, but essentially we just need to disable it and
Well, there's nothing technically stating that we can't disable the reactor and nick the power core.
You could certainly go towards the power core.
And and by definition, dispose of it at a later date or make the star go supernova if we really, really wanted to.
You get the feeling the power core might be somewhat large, but yes, it's possible.
It was our entire plan originally anyway to destroy the Ursa system. It was decreed as too far gone, so making the star go supernova by launching a power core into it, technically it just speeds up the process.
I mean, you're not on there.
We have to decide on one. Like, what are we going to first, right?
The ossuary, I believe that my suggestion was get what we originally came to do.
So one for data. I think data first too. I think it's maybe a better long-term strategy, but we're short-term. Like the short-term win would be going to communications and getting this message out as soon as possible. But we wouldn't be able to tell them anything useful other than what we've learned from this guy, which is pretty damn important. But
yeah, you get the feeling you might have gained the main shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth it. We risk it. We go to get the data first, and then we can actually start a communication. That's very valuable.
Okay. In that case, if you're going to the data, I need all of you. I assume you're not stealthing it. If it's either stealth or athletics.
I think at this point they know we're going to be here. I feel they know we're here, regardless of everything else. I think at this point it is just we go balls to the wall.
Okay. In that case, balls to the walls, I'd like athletics from all of us, please.
Athletics?
Yes, please.
What's the DN?
Ooh.
DN?
Let's go 5.
"12 successes, get fucked."
Jesus, nice.
I did get a complication though.
Okay, anyone else?
Roll. Did mine not roll? I saw it rolled.
It didn't roll. You might need to refresh. It happens to mine
Fair enough.
sometimes.
There we go.
Give me a second.
And then the reason mine is DN6 is because I'm still wounded. Or
Yep.
hindered even.
That's fine.
From thingy.
Okay. So, as you push... No, that's not what I wanted. There it is. As you push in through the stacks and winding corridors, something starts to feel wrong. I'd like you to also make, apologies for constantly making you make rolls here, but I'd like you to also make a, what's the word I'm looking for? Insight check. No particular DN.
A DM making us roll during a D&D campaign.
In a
Get
D&D,
fucked.
in a dice rolling game. OMG. Have the have your shit mob. I got a 2.
Alright, Brian.
What's that, sir?
Just a insight check for me, please.
Oh yeah, this is me comical. Dan was
It's comical.
No DN, mate. Just roll.
Okay. Ah yes, let me divine the nuances. Oh, not as good as it gets.
Good fucking roll. Passes. As you are pushing down towards the data ossuary, the corridors are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, expanding outwards. And you start, I'll say Fool will be the one to mention it, but you start to feel an overwhelming presence. And as you go forward,
anything.
make a psychic mastery check for me.
DM?
No need to know.
No need
Bonus?
to know. 9.
You can sense the presence of a greater demon. But it is not unbound.
Kadagan would mention it to the party. I have gone through many years and have slain many foul things. There is a demon here.
If you wish, you could speak with it.
Nope.
Because you realize that you are being watched in your approach. Security cameras, servitors, Vox units all turn their heads as you begin to enter the data ossuary.
Pay attention to yourselves, brothers. We are about to make an entrance and we are being watched whilst doing so.
And aren't we under the eyes of those who wish to pry upon this world?
And those eyes will be put out.
Is there anything noticeable? Like,
In
do we
what
look
sense?
around, you know, with regular eyes?
Yeah, I need a law check.
Scholar?
Scholar will do.
Like, just a base scholar? I'll just do it DN0 or what?
Yep, please. As you can see, as you enter the data ossuary, rows of cogitator banks are all around you. The technology here is very feudal in design. And you've heard already that whoever runs this place is referred to as the Spider, the matriarch. That's what some of the Dark Adepts referred to her as. And this place does feel like a spider web. There are wires meshing across the roof and across the ceiling. But as you enter, you see before you, hunched over a cogitator bank with mechadendrites moving from it like thousands of worms, a huge Imperial Knight.
Whoa.
Oh hell no!
It's hunched over, twisted slightly. I realise it's got the wrong tag. 1 second.
No.
Hunched over with long fangs pushing down from where the face mask would be. It has a very spider-like appearance to it, though this is not who runs the Aravisian. But all the same, its head turns, towering over you, and it chitters as the mandibles clack together. And you know how the later Chaos Knights, they have those whip tendrils? It's got those, but they burst out of the ribs, giving it 8 twisted legs. And its head tilts. Hello, and welcome to my library. Would you like a cup of tea?
Would you like some toast?
And it scuttles across the gangway towards you, on all fours, moving far too lively for a creature of its size. agents of the Imperium, have you come to help me continue my work?
I don't know if we're like in narrative time here, but
Yeah, no, it's not attacking you.
I mean, clearly this thing is corrupted.
Oh yes, this is a demon that has inhabited a knight chassis. A greater demon,
Yeah.
a bloodthirster to be precise.
I mean, you know what I'm gonna do? Like, so if you guys want to try to talk to it, this is your chance, because I don't think, you know, realistically, I would not wait for this thing to get any closer.
You can see it is armed with a melter gun, a Avenger Gatling cannon, and a Reaper chainsword. But obviously it has various other nasty appendages. Have you come to further my research? I see you have brought me a fresh custodian. My thanks. I was running out of material.
We have come to end your research.
Question, Bob. Well, problem, Bob. I can't move Sven's. Okay.
What the fuck?
Let me. I'll refresh the page just in case, but it could just be.
You've got ownership. You should be able to.
I'll refresh the page. It could just be having one of those moments.
My research can't be ended. Lord Bile has commanded it, and others too. No. I shall finish my research. Now, I would like to cleanse you. Please bring yourselves to my laboratories and make yourselves readily available.
I'll just. I will look at Brother Aegis. Let my axe, drop down so it's ready to be swung. Look at the demon and just nod.
Yeah, we good. I'll challenge this thing. I put my blade out in.
It
in the name of the Emperor.
slowly turns its head. How handy. Adrenaline preserves the samples. And we'll go into initiative.
Okay.
I mean, if I had control, Sven quite literally would have just been in his face charged without a word.
It's
When
one
he
of
was
those.
like 2 meters away, it would have just been a boom. But obviously,
I just want to give someone else a chance to say something, but I don't even think he would. I mean, this is
nobody would say anything. I don't think anybody would say anything. We've just walked in.
To be fair, Kadagan's next action would have been to jump on the knight and start fucking stabbing it.
What you can see is Magos Biologus Calypso Beta Rho going, I can see you are clearly a talented individual. Loads eradication ray. Shame. But we will come to that combat next week, because we are not starting a fight like this week.
It's 10 to 11. You owe us 10 minutes.
We can start the combat if you want. We can do one round. Alright, roll it, bitches.
Rolling. God damn it.
Oh shit. Never mind, next week.
What? Because it rolled well.
Well, no, I mean, 3 of us are hindered, bearing him. Wounded or hindered.
I did wonder why you'd be so keen
All of
to...
us are wounded or hindered, nearly.
How are you still hindered?
Because of the burns. I didn't actually get healing after the combat. Nor have we done any checks, because we went...
You guys have just been running it.
Yeah, we have just been running it. This is the burn from the flamers. No, not from...
Surely that wears off.
Not without
Well, no,
healing.
we just finished the combat in the thingy where I got hindered there. essentially, we've just last session I would have got hindered. We then can't remember what hit me off the top of my head, but I know I had 0 hindered and then I got a hindered again. Then it's I just need to remove all out or attack on my thing for a second as well, just because I'm currently not doing that. And then obviously we've not taken a moment's break, essentially. Granted, yes, we could have taken it, but we've been more focused on getting Snape here back up and running as well. We've been getting lovely Severus Snape back up on his feet.
Dumbledore.
So, yeah.
Ron Weasley.
A pipe bomb! Yay! A fucking classic, gentlemen.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Why does it do this? Why does it do this to me?
Because it dislikes us.
Honestly. Trying to make the map
Who can
sexy.
blame it, really?
We can. We can blame it. It won't take the blame, but we can blame it.
We can try. Right, anyway, moving on. So, top of initiative, let's kick us off. It is so much better when the samples are fresh. And it turns. However, I need Astartes and custodian samples. The rest of you are superfluous. And it will. I would like Aegis and Kadagan to roll me d6s. Whoever rolls low is getting shot.
Oh no!
Well,
Come on! I'm trying to help you here.
spin off.
Reroll.
Shit.
Okay.
Shit.
It lowers the Avenger Gatling cannon. I see, Inquisitor, that you too are like me. Right, we are going to multi-action attack. One on Kadagan with the Gatling cannon, and one on Aegis with the melter gun. This isn't a dumb
shit.
creature. He's not fucking around here.
TPK?
Sure.
No.
You guys chose to
Well, he
keep
can't,
pushing.
Shit.
But this could be good. He can't shift, right?
Why can't he shift?
Is he
Multi-attack.
multi-attack, yes?
Oh, that is true. That is true. Yes, you're quite right. (21) AP -1, rapid fire.
Wait, he complicated? Was that against both of us, or was it against...
No, that's just against Kadagan. I'll roll for it in a second. Alright. You see the Gatling cannon. And bullets spit towards Kadagan, who leaps out of the way, but a searing heat across his back as they skin his back. Rolling the complication. Can't drop it. Weapon malfunction. That's fine. And then the melter gun onto Aegis. I am going to put some effort into this. Let's put 2 ruin in to up our dice. Ooh, let's burn a personal ruin. Hang on, I need to check because I do get the Bloodthirster stats. So this Bloodthirster's not actually here, I'm just checking his stats. Give me a moment. Oh, I could have Hellfire Breathed actually, that would have been fun. Damn. Why wouldn't you guys let me do the fun stuff?
Because we're evil.
I thought that might be it. Just so you know, by the way, guys, we are under the reroll any ones in melee rule.
Oh, for us? Oh, that's great!
For everyone gets to reroll ones in melee. Right, let's burn that personal ruin down to 4 and re-roll those fails. We hit. Melted gun on Aegis. 19, AP -4.
It's the shield.
Hits the shield and sends it burning but not dead. The Catalogian, which by the way is his name, no one ever fucking asked the Catalogian's name, hisses.
Does knowing its name give me dominion over it?
No, it's a title. You nasty little things. Alright, Kadagan, we're over to you.
Kadagan don't give no shits no more. He is going to full on fucking charge.
Okay.
And start hacking away at his ankles.
Okay.
How tall is this thing?
Imperial Questoris Imperial Knight scale.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a fucking Imperial Knight.
It definitely classes as a demon still, right?
Yes, it does. It is a demon, yes.
Yeah.
It is certainly a demon.
It's like 35
I
feet
will say,
tall.
before you roll any...
Oh, why would
It's
you say
fine.
that?
Roll me a... I will allow you to ignore this if you choose to, and lose the critical, but if you wish to roll an insight, you may. This is to learn a little bit about your enemy, because I don't want to cheese you.
But it's a critical, man.
I know.
It's a critical, bro.
Just roll me an insight, it's free. And then you
okay.
can re-roll all those ones and have a lovely time.
DN for the insight?
Free. I'll keep it baseline. You fought stuff like this before. In fact, you fought a Bloodthirster before. You fought Scarbrand. On 5 successes, I will warn you the Catalogian has counterattack.
Ooh, that's fun.
Which I will be declaring. I wanted to be fair.
Live your best life.
Alright, your stuff happens first then. Reroll those ones for free, because you're up close to them.
I mean, you could full defense his counterattack.
You could.
Do I get to re-roll the other ones that I roll?
Well, it's up to you. So you could choose to burn a ruin or a wrath.
No, because I re-rolled a 1 into another 1, or is that...
Oh no,
just
you don't
it?
endlessly reroll. The general rule is never reroll a reroll.
No, it's fine. I'm just being deadly specific here.
No, 100%. I respect it. 100%.
Because I will be conducting a wrath onto the failed ones.
That's fair enough.
Cool. 7 shift.
Nice. Alright, fucking shift for damage or some shit, mate. Like, or armor bane or whatever you need to.
One will roll the critical.
Really good.
Visceral blow. Target suffers 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Each character engaged with the target must pass an agility test or fall prone.
Fuck. Okay, I will roll determination. Oh no, I can't, because he is a vehicle.
I have not rolled the damage yet.
Fair enough. It was more the mortal wound.
For every glory I spend, I may put 1 more mortal wound into it. And I may choose one of the following effects. Target is prone, or target suffers 2 shock. Would anyone mind if I did the effect of making it prone?
I would actually say we spent a bunch of glory here on this, because can you do this multiple times or only 1?
For every one, I can choose a different one, but for a demon suffering shock, it's irrelevant.
He can't suffer shock. It's a vehicle more than it is a demon. One of the downsides to this.
Point, but additional mortal wound.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I don't get to roll determination, but I also can't suffer shock or anything. Because he's a knight, not a, you know, actual
Would anyone be
bloodthirster.
opposed to, say, 5 additional wounds?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
Please.
At this point, what have we got to lose?
I think the
Our
best
lives.
it's a good return on the, the glory. I think to
Yeah.
get guaranteed damage. Yeah.
So it's 6 damage to start with.
Okay.
24 AP minus 9.
Okay,
So that
interesting.
is 30 AP minus 9, and it's prone.
I'm just checking if it can be prone. I believe it can be. Gyro stabilize
It's
doesn't
got-
stop it. Yeah, it can be
It's
knocked
got
prone.
legs,
Fucking ridiculous that you knock it prone, but it knocks it prone. So
but surely I could make it fall into the lava, and that'll cause it damage.
I'll be honest with you, it doesn't give a fuck about the lava. The lava's its friend.
I know.
But it is
But
prone.
there's no way
You
to push
tripped
it.
up an Imperial Knight, a demonic Imperial Knight. 24 AP minus 3, was it?
30 damage, AP minus 9.
Okay, AP minus 9. Okay, that does make it take damage. Respect. Not much, but it took some. So, you sweep the leg of a knight, sending it to its knees, and it... I did declare the counterattack, if that's fair. Ooh, whoops. So,
No.
out of interest, it is wounded. You have significantly hurt it.
Now, hear me out. Take the rest of the glory full defense.
Done.
Need to know before I declare. Okay, so it was swinging at you with a Reaper Chainsword. I have exited that page. Roll full defense and it will auto-apply.
How do I roll full defense? Is it just rolling defend?
It's an initiative check, I believe. Aegis, illuminate me.
Actually, think is it an effect?
It is an effect. Oh yes, if you go effects, add effect, full defense. Here we go, I can roll it for you. Add effect, full defense, DN4, dice pool 10. It is not a toughness test. It is not a trademark weapon. It is not a social better. Cool. Wow, does not like you. But you did get 5 successes, which should... Yeah, your defense just went up to 15. But you did get a complication.
Yeah. 1 plus the successes, right? Or is it just the successes?
It is just the successes.
Okay.
Alright, so swinging that Reaper Chainsword. Not charging or anything like that, just rerolling once. Oh my god, that's a lot
Oh
of
my
good.
god.
Yeah, that went well.
Well, at least they won't be able to shift, right? Just counterattack.
True.
Yeah, can't shift. Only one shift anyway.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'm done, guys.
Perfect.
Jesus.
Nah, you're not done so just yet.
I
Yeah,
think
no, I'm
that's
done.
total
It's just a
annihilation.
function. Wipe it
Yeah,
off.
that's total annihilation. You're 20 below 0.
Bring me
Liam,
a
as
flesh wound.
Kadagan leaps forwards, he brings Garbrand's Folly, the sin of flesh, above his head. He slices into the knee joint of the Catalogian, bringing it down. He turns, swings, going for a decapitation strike as a... And the world goes still. Your blade has landed on the head of this knight. Blood drips down the edge of Scarbrand's Folly. But that's when Inquisitor Kadagan, his legs fall to the left, his torso falls to the right, as he has been bisected in half. Now, Liam, you and I both know there is one way Kadagan lives. He lives, but he does not return as a playable character. There is another Kadagan who could give him refuge.
I think it'd have to be the same thing as it always has been, a battle of will.
I will leave it in your amazing role-playing hands, Liam.
Now or later? Do I have
Now.
to make this decision?
Because I'll need to know to build you a new character next week. Just as Reed planned.
Probably.
No, not even close. She's actually going to be fucking pissed about this.
Kadagan has always resisted the demon. And he'd be pissed that plans are not going the way he wants to, considering those plans are now currently in pieces. Literally.
More like he's in pieces.
Literally.
If you want, I can roleplay the demon.
Yes, please. I can't decide.
I understand.
Shall we leave?
No.
Or you two can
No,
go to
because
everyone?
because irregardless of this decision, this basically determines whether Kadagan becomes like a lesser demon. There's no continuing playing as Kadagan. Sadly, this is, does he choose life over honor, essentially, over Imperium. As Kadagan begins to go cold, the brain stays alive after death for just a few seconds, but those seconds feel like eternity. Now, it is believed from experiences of those as they were dying, and from observing the brain as one is passing away, that as the meat in your brain begins to go into hypersensitivity, as your meat suit begins to collapse, your brain will go into what's called hypostasis, in which case it will essentially, it's like a prolonged dream. They call it your life flashing before your eyes. But in truth, it's your brain cataloguing everything it's experienced. It's unable to catalogue what comes next, so it reconciles everything it already knows. This isn't made up, by the way. This is genuine shit. It's something we are all one day to look forward to, reliving our lives. Kadagan, you relive your life, every moment of it, every bitter second. And in the background of every image, from childhood to adulthood, from looking at Calliope in a certain way to your rivalry with Reed, you see a figure in gold at the back of the room, a figure in gold in the mirror, a figure in gold beneath the bed. The figure in gold will be here after you are gone. The figure in gold is just wearing your face. But what if you chose to wear that face? What if you took back what was yours? You would have to give up everything. You would have one duty: stop Inquisitor Reed. Finish her, kill her. You would know nothing else. You would not remember love nor pain. You would know only the ecstasy of the mission. The demon doesn't offer you comfort. It offers you a second chance. But most importantly, it offers you, at long last, Inquisitor Kadagan, peace and purpose.
Why you have to phrase it like that, Bob?
Because that is the
Well,
demon
why-
trying to manipulate you.
Why are you gonna do it like that? Kadagan's motivations, despite the bravado and sarcasm had been to, and this is like for the party as well, had been to stop Reed from fucking the Imperium in his perspective and make the Imperium better than what it was. And considering that that is no longer possible in the form that he has been given, and his task is incomplete, would he then combat those nastier, more ill-fitting elements of the Imperium as something else?
It's not something that I can allow you to truly deliberate. You don't have the time, you are dying, and that is to the demons. Joy.
I think he... To the demon's joy, yes. Because I'm so conflicted over it, I'm going to have to say that his task is incomplete. He would do anything to claw back his life in one form or another.
Then as
And
Kadagan...
that is the final weakness. That is the final and obvious weakness of Inquisitors.
Kadagan. It's true to character, I respect it. Then as Kadagan dies, Liam, his body would burn away into ash, leaving behind just an after image in the air. And
one item, if you remember correctly.
the sword or the mask?
No. The Tesseract Vault.
Nope. That goes with you.
Oh well, shit. Same. So
Sorry.
the mask will go. The mask will stay then.
Okay. As it all disintegrates, the vault, Reed's sister, all of it, the power, the man, the throne, there is an after image left in the smoke. Aegis, Sven, in the bloody haze that was once Inquisitor Kadagan von Altschmerzer, High Lord of Terror. You see a figure in golden leather armor with black cloak and a black mask raise a finger to its lips. Shh. We'll be seeing you. And it dissipates into flame. And with that, we have been Tattletales RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual, but you are most certainly welcome at it. Bye for now. Join us tomorrow for Age of Sigmar.
Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own. We have both given ourselves to the I offer no comfort. Make no mistake, it will return. When it does, when it does, the galaxy will burn in the fires of Blackthrone. Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come.